Hello, hello, Jessark. Hope everyone is doing okay. Been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen you, Jessark. How have you been? One Q! Awesome! One more rank to go. You got this. You better take yourself out to eat or something when you get that one done. One more rank to go. I have just been working a lot. I have not been doing Go stuff. But in the evenings, I have been trying a new game called Foxhole. It's not a new game, but it's new to me. It's fun. I'm getting a little bit bored of it now though, after like a week or two of playing it. Because I've kind of done everything. You can only run supplies to the front lines so many times, I guess, before you get bored of driving a truck. But it's a fun little game. Nice little community game. I think I'd have more fun if I was playing with other people that I knew though. It can get a little bit boring when you're by yourself. Try to get my brother on, but he was too busy to play. That was a nice little time killer in the evenings. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. It is open reviews, so if anyone has a game they would like me to review. It is a World War II MMO, basically, with like 1,000 people per side, or 500 people per side. I don't know, it's like 1,000 or 2,000 players all at once. Are all battling out the war. So, and then all of the stuff is made by the players. So all the bullets are made by the players. All the tanks are made by the players. All the cars and vehicles and medical supplies are made by the players. And then the lives are literally made by the players because they call them shirts. And basically, it's your spawn items. Like you use a shirt to spawn a uniform shirt. To spawn a soldier. So every time you die and have to respawn, you're using one of those shirts. So you have to keep a base stocked full of shirts so people can keep respawning and defend the base. Otherwise, you have to spawn further away and then run to the base. So it's a pretty interesting war simulation game. Wars take about like a month or more to go through a war before one side wins. You have to get a certain amount of hexes under your control. It's a fun little game. Nice little time killer. Yeah, welcome everyone. It is open reviews, so if you have a game you would like me to look at, I would like to help you improve today. And of course, we'll be using Explore Baduk today because today's stream is sponsored by Explore Baduk. They wanted me to get on and check it out and try out dark mode and some new AI review features. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, but I kind of wanted to do it with other people. Hello, Explore Baduk. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the AI features will show us once we get some reviews going. Jessarek, you got one of your games? Show me one of your games. Explore Baduk is basically another Go server. So it's like GoGS. You just log in and you can play Go. Not a lot of people on at the moment. So you'll still have to like play with friends or whatever, but it's a Go server. It is a Go server. You can play with some bots, I believe. Let me try this. Challenge. Hey, there we go. All right, let me lose real quick. Da, 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 da. Yep, and this should be game over. I don't think I have enough points. Diamond Nine feels a lot like chess in that it's very restricted in what you can do. Yeah, I love the little icon. I didn't notice the done button for a second though. I knew like to look for it, but if I didn't know to look for it, I would probably never have found that. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let me pull up Minifox. Let's see if I can pull up your username. Go ahead and give me your username. Okay. There we go. Offline, game records. Dang, that's a lot of wins. 66% on Wikia. Okay, I don't trust the V accounts. So let's look at this one as a resignation. Explore Baduk. Yeah, I can review OGS Games TV. I just need a link to your game. Let's see, I believe it was demo board, upload SGF. I want to say it was this one? Nope. Upload SGF, show all files. See SGF. Stop playing Warhammer and get a game review. The curses of trying to get people that are actually playing more interesting games to come play Go. Visually stimulating games. To come play this black and white board game. Okay, let's see what we got. You are black. Hopefully the stream, as it looks like it's good on stream. Okay, looks like you know you're opening quite well. I want to say it's here, but let's try our handy dandy AI tool, AI position analysis. All right. Oh, it wants to exchange. It wants this attachment to Suji. Okay, so the way this works And then it says that 11. Okay. Okay, so you're right. No, you're right. It is this side. But it does want this exchange first. I don't know if you know this exchange. So let's turn this off. So if we do this and white defends this way, we get this nice little squeeze. Right? So it wants this no Tsuji. Because if they go down, you just get to surround them like this. And this is nice. And if they go up, you go like that. And now they're cut off. Right? Now let me go back to the variation. Seven. Okay, they want to Nobi. 9, 10. Okay, maybe you're not right. I didn't see the white move at 10. Okay. So it wants to Nobi, play here, and then play here. Okay, so maybe you're not right. Maybe you're not right. This doesn't really help me with direction-wise. Okay, so the AI answer is to squeeze this more and get thicker. That is the AI's answer. Glossy approach answer is probably, this is okay. One thing I would like is if I could get this tiger's mouth. Having a tiger's mouth right here, and if they Atari, you get right here. Having that exchange is like really nice. But I don't see a way to get it. Aside from playing this move, right? You have like that's why the AIs wanted to play this move. It helps this wall so much. Yeah. This is technically not the end of the world because you are making a base. You're supposed to attack with the wall, so you're supposed to push it towards the wall or something. But even the AI says this wall is not perfect. That's why it's squeezing the game get even stronger first. So maybe this move is fine. But now at least you know this move exists for the next time you play it. You can get that squeeze in. But maybe if you don't know it, maybe this is fine. Extending for Shamari is usually really big though, but I don't know. It's not the end of the world. There are worse moves. And somebody's been studying with their AI buddy. Let's check the ladder. Dang, goes to white. I'm still not comfortable with this two-space jump. Yeah, the problem is this stone's in a spot. This stone affects all of this. So I don't think it is a Joseki. That's the problem. The glossy approach answer is don't die. So what's the don't die move? Maybe this one? Oh, that's what you played? Oh, okay. So basically you've played perfectly so far for a Q player. Maybe not for 7 Dawn, but for a Q player, you played perfect. Dawn level game. Easy. Tavane. I can see why you're almost Dawn level. Like, this is pretty solid. This is big. Is this one big? I don't think that one is big. Maybe here? Okay, looks like I don't know if Explorer's still here, just some feedback. I would like this to be blue. I'm assuming this is the AI move. The AI move should be blue because all the other AI programs out there make it blue. So it'd be more consistent. And I would like to see green, not just red. Like, they can't all be bad moves. Like, they can't all be red, right? Yeah, I'm wondering why it loses points. Every move loses points. I don't know. I don't know how the AI works. I wonder if there's a breakdown somewhere. Let's see, news. Don't see anything. Lots of views on these articles, though. That's pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a breakdown of how the AI works. So here's the thing. This move is better than my move. But this move is one space closer to white than your move. So it's more pressure on white, which means this move is bigger, right? So if you're going to play on the left, you need to be an attacking mindset, not a defensive mindset. My thought is either build this or deal with this. That is my thought process right now. I think as long as you do one of those two things. So you could go here. The AI says you can invade, but the AI is like really, really good at invading, okay? Like, if the AI says invade, you gotta be like really careful about copying that. The AI is really, really, really good at invasions. Honestly, if you see a crazy invasion, maybe try to play against the AI and let the AI invade or whatever, and just see how it makes life or how it sacrifices or whatever. Because it's really good at invasions. So if you can master AI invasions, your opponent will never have territory. Yeah, when you invade, you die. Well, sometimes dying is fine as long as you play like Sabaki or something, or get a trade for it. Like, the AI is really good at handling invasions. Okay. Yeah, so this move is a little bit slack. Honestly, it's this piece and this piece that don't feel perfect. Okay. I could see ignoring this. I might still block it though, because that is my eye space, and it also keeps this invasion alive. But it is an open skirt, so how important is that invasion? Is it worth the whole move? I don't know. Ooh, I got it. I got the purple move. Wait, now these are light blue. What is light blue? Yeah, okay. So this is half a point worse, but it's still a good move, basically. Yeah, it's still a good move. This AI is really strict on what is a bad move. It is very, very strict on what is a bad move. I kind of want to defend. That's a lot of territory. There's not a lot of influence for white. So we got to think, if I defend, I'm probably going to get what, 10 points, 15 points? And then white gets maybe 5, right? So let's say I get 10 points more than white. Versus if I attack, will I get 10 points more than white in the center? And I don't know on this part. I don't think so. I think I would defend that. This would be so much more pressure if this black stone's right here. This move isn't doing enough. I think you need something more severe. Either cap or lean. Lean with the large knight. I think you need something more severe. This one is too soft. And then this one's way too soft. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it would have been a lot more severe if this black stone was right here. So you can see, you can understand like why that move was nice, because it hurt white so much. Why here at this timing? Yeah, I don't think you need to be here right now. Can we go attack white some more? I feel behind as black. I feel like I'm losing. Oh, is there a graph? Can I see a graph? Looks like a graph isn't implemented yet. Okay, why not push and cut? Why not push and cut? That doesn't make any sense. This move doesn't make any sense. If I go right here, they're not gonna do that, right? Yeah, your opponent made a blunder right here. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. It is past move 70. All we have to do is just be patient right now. Our opponent's gonna make a giant blunder. I say giant, like 10-point blunder, probably. And the next 30 or 40 moves, our opponent is statistically very likely to make a 10-point plus blunder in the next 40 to 50 moves, right? So we just have to be patient. This, I think, could easily be a 5 to 10-point blunder. No, that's not Sente. I'm gonna go here and then maybe connect. Or maybe even cut. Because I don't care about these two stones. I don't know if I will. Maybe I would have to count and read it a little bit further, but I would heavily consider ignoring this. I would be trying to ignore it if I can in my head. I would be thinking a lot about ignoring you. That move is not big. Gotta connect. This is one of those 10-point blunder moves. Thing is, you gotta catch your opponent when they make them and not make them yourself. So a lot of the times, patience will be key past move 70. And then watching for the opponent's blunders. This looks like you're trying to kill. That's too greedy. White is alive. Maybe invade. Maybe set up another attack. Or maybe play endgame. Okay, I think the movie you're looking for was this one. Yeah, I think this is the movie you're looking for. Hopefully that makes sense. Because white just cuts that and you're very uncomfortable. Maybe you were looking at this, but I just Nobi. I just don't Hane, I just Nobi. And now I got Hane. What? That's a double Atari. I guess that's good. Yeah, that's good for white. Okay, you're the one making all the blunders now. For some reason, after move 70, you're the one who's making all the blunders. I think patience is where it's at. That is some nice reading, I think. Oh no, I thought it was. I thought you were aiming at this. I thought you were aiming at this. And then if they do this, you go here. They do this, you Atari, connect, Atari, there. Yeah, I thought that's what you're aiming for, is the destruction of the top. This is not good. This is how you die. You're getting a nice center though. That's nice. Oh, nice. You got it. I think that one is smaller than this one for now. Keep that in mind though, like, to be continued. I want to say this is bigger, but without counting it, I don't know for sure. Okay, you got to it. Yeah, you are easily going to be able to pull out Dawn level if you, as long as you're patient past move 70. Wow. Yeah, you have Dawn skill. There's no reason you can't be Dawn player. I'm worried that you're missing this, though. I think you're not being patient with your second half of your game. I think that's going to be getting you killed. Your moves are fine when you're patient. This is much bigger. If I was to name a weakness, I think it would be probably endgame. You are losing a ton of points in endgame. Yeah, that one is not as big as probably this one. Yeah, now it's getting to the point where I think you'll be okay, but yeah, I want to say endgame, you're probably going to lose like 5 points in endgame with the endgame that I'm seeing. Oops. Oops. I think the middle game issue though is you're speeding up at the end of the game. Your reading is not as sharp at the end. So I think be more patient with the end of the game. What is the score? Oh, I wonder if the score is the bottom number. So you're losing by about 10 points. And then after this, you are losing by 33, 34 points. Yeah, the bottom number is the score. The top number is the value change. Yeah. That makes sense. End game and be more patient with your late middle game. It's because you're playing too fast, probably. I'm telling you, past move 70, these mistakes are quite common. You just don't want to be the one that is making them. You want your opponent to make them, and you want to be catching your opponent making them. You shouldn't be the one making these big mistakes, because it's very common to like stop focusing after move 70. All right. Yep. Who else would like a game review? I'll be honest, Dawn games to me have been getting a bit more boring because I feel like a lot of it is memorizing the first like 50 moves. It goes. I have been focusing on IRL stuff instead of Go, so that is why I have not been around that much. But Explore Baduk wanted to show off some new features, so we're checking it out. But yeah, it goes. I've just been focusing a lot more on IRL problems than Go problems. I'll go ahead and offer it though. My lessons are actually quite cheap right now because I don't have a lot of students. So I actually would be willing to do discounts because I just have the free time. So if you guys want lessons or whatever, now would be a great time to get them. But if you're not gonna play games, don't get lessons. Like I like money, but honestly, if you're not gonna play games, don't get lessons. Don't just waste both of our time. You'll pay me to tell you the same thing over and over and over, and then you won't do it. Yeah, all's going pretty well. But yeah, if you're not playing games, and I mean like at least 10 to 20 games a week. Well, you're a Dawn player though. That's a little bit different. Even Dawn players though should be playing lots of games. So if you're trying to go like pro or whatever, you need to be playing lots of games. But a Dawn player can get away with a lot less games than a Q player. That's because they have a lot to memorize at the higher levels. And that's why it got really boring for me. So I started having to memorize a bunch of AI Joseis and stuff. That was just not fun. I was not having fun with that. But now if you're going to get lessons, like play at least 10 to 20 games a week. Honestly, if I had a student that played 5-10 games a day, it would make me so happy. But if I had a student that played like 30-40 games a day, I would be very sad. Because like, okay, you're not even trying. Don't just click stones on the board. That doesn't count. Clicking stones on the board does not just does not count. You have to actually play the game. How's everyone else doing? Like, beyond just Go? Anyone doing any interesting things lately? Or just working? Sounds like someone needs more Sumego. I think part of it might be you playing too fast. $30 games a week can be a lot for most adults, but I said 10 to 20, not 30. 10 to 20 games a week. Even 10 games a week is still decent for an adult. Really? Oh, man. I am supposed to go to Chicago Rapid. I don't know if I will. Because it just, I don't know. I'm supposed to go, but I've kind of been like not looking at Go lately. I've been taking a little bit of a break to focus on IRL stuff. Oh my gosh, yeah. No, especially at Go Congress. I felt this the most at Go Congress, where one mistake and it's like there goes the last hour of effort. Right? And then if you make it at the end, you're like, there goes my last 3 hours of effort. I made one blunder. So every single move is like so much pressure to not waste hours of thinking time. Hours of your life were spent doing this tedious thing, and then you have to make sure you don't mess up one thing. Don't slack off on one move. Like the kid who asked for an undo. He stopped paying attention for a second. Oh, that poor kid. I can't. I still remember his face when his jaw dropped when he played the movie. He's like, oh, oops. Chicago Rapid's a fun tournament, though. I know a lot of people at the Chicago Rapid. You're going back to the earlier 30 games a week. Sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot. But if you're just doing 10 games a week, I think you're fine. Even just a couple games a day, like 2 games a day, 2 or 3 games a day in your free time, I think is plenty. As an adult who's not trying to become a professional player, just trying to improve forever, I think 2 or 3 games a day is, as for a casual person, that's fine. If you're hardcore, I want to be 9 dawn on Fox, then you're probably going to need like 10 games a day. But if you're not trying to get 9 dawn on Fox, 2 to 3 games a day is fine. But if you're playing less that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. That's fine. You can play like 1 game a day or maybe 1 game every few days. Just don't pay money for lessons. Like, you already have a way to improve that does not cost money. It just costs your time. It's like going Super Saiyan, okay? Buying lessons is like going Super Saiyan. It's a multiplier of your skill and a multiplier of your efforts, right? It is not a replacement for your effort. It is a multiplier of your effort. Buying lessons does not magically give you experience. It makes your experience more efficient. Yes. I do encourage 5-minute games. 5-minute games is perfectly fine. You don't need 30 minutes per side. You don't need 20 minutes per side. 10-minute games are also fine. Like, if you enjoy 10-minute games, I think it's fine. If you enjoy 5-minute games, I think it's fine. 1-minute games are good for fun, but they're probably not the most efficient for improving. I think 5-minute games or 10-minute games, that's where, like, the golden time limit is at. I think if, most games take about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. Some games might take 45 to an hour if you're going all the way to the end of the game. But I think if most games are like 30 minutes long, I think it's fine. Yeah, if you're going all the way to the end, 45 to 50 minutes, I think it's fine. Yeah, dedicate like 1 hour. You're like, I'm good to play Go for the next hour. It's a little fast. That kind of explains why your second half of the game was a little shallow, because it's harder to memorize the second half, right? So you know a lot of Dawn shapes and moves, so I think it's going well for you. But it is a little fast if you're trying to improve. I think 5 minutes is a little bit better. And just say, for the next, just give yourself an hour to play. You'll probably finish it in like 20, 30 minutes, and that's fine. But on the worst case scenario, if it goes a little over because you go all the way to the end, then you've given yourself an hour. But I think 1 minute is, I don't know, different Dom players have different opinions on this. I think you need to be thinking at least a bit to be pushing your reading ability. But there's also the players who build on their instinct quite well from repetition. And 1 minute games are great for those types of people. For my type of play, for the way I teach, 5-minute games is better. But if you're the type that learns from instinct and remember, like playing lots and lots and lots, then yeah, 1-minute games. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 1-minute games are really fun though. I will say I enjoy faster games than longer games lately. Like, don't get me wrong, a 3-hour game at Go Congress is really high quality and like very proud of what I can do, what I can accomplish until a pro looks at it. But I'm proud of the game mostly. But 1-minute games a lot more fun. It is a lot more fun. Yeah, it's a balance. You need to be able to read when you need to read. Like, obviously, being able to make a decision quickly is important. Being able to have like your instinct of where to look first is important. And yeah, even you using a Sente move to give yourself more time to think about something else is a strategy as well in Byo-Yomi, not in Fisher. But in Byo-Yomi it is as well. I will say most tournaments are Fisher now, so you need to get over that and just stop sacrificing periods because that doesn't work in Fisher. But you can do other stuff to gain time in Fisher, I suppose. But anyway, it's different, but my point is, at some points, you're going to have to stop and think. Right? At some times, you're going to have to stop and think about a situation and read it all the way through. And you got to practice that as well. That's why it's like you need a balance of lots of games, but also you need to be able to read some of the times. Hey, Dallin, how's it going? You've been studying hard, Dallin? Aren't you in Mothworks Discord with all the other strong Dom players hanging out? That I'm also in that I never pay attention to because I just don't get on Discord very much. I was preparing for Go Congress, I believe, and that went quite well. I went 4-2. I am currently on my break as well. Just the mental exhaustion of Go is a little exhausting at the moment, and I just can't focus on it. The thing is, like, once you get to a certain level, if you're not constantly studying, you're going to lose. If you're sandbagging, you're fine. So, like, I can play like 1 Dons and 2 Dons, and I'll be fine. I think I could still take some 1 and 2 Dons. But in order to play 6 Dons on Vox and try to get to 7 Don, I would have to consistently be studying every single day. And I'm kind of getting burnt out. I'm also getting kind of burnt out of teaching, but teaching pays me, so I still do it. But I wish people that I taught would try harder. But yeah, I've been taking a break. That's why I haven't been advertising my lessons. If you still want lessons, they're pretty cheap right now. I think I do like 5 for 120. But I'm not exactly like super gung-ho about getting advertising lessons right now. Just because I'm kind of like on a break at the moment. I'm not quitting Go. I'll never quit Go, but I'm kind of exhausted of the thinking, of the effort. But I am still willing to review your games if you guys have a game for me to look at. Pull it up on Explore Baduk, use their new AI. I could probably give you some pointers, but I don't think I would be able to, like, I don't know. You and I could debate for sure. And there's a couple things that I could, like, you could probably teach me a couple things, I could probably teach you a couple things, right? Like, there are things that we just don't know. I could probably teach you better study habits if you were putting the time in. Be like, all right, here's what the pros do. Oh, no, I don't want to look at a Go game with a special rule. That just sounds like a headache. Trying to remember that and take that into account. That sounds like a headache. No Tetris Go. I don't want to review a Tetris Go game. It was Tetris Go. Yeah, I'm not reviewing a Tetris Go game. Oh man, that sounds like such a headache. %2 accuracy. You don't know how to study in-game. A book is probably the fastest way. A book and then puzzles. A lot of it is just making yourself count and do the counting. A lot of it's just making yourself do the work. Like actually count it. And then once you count certain shapes enough, you'll just know what the answer is. Because you'll have counted it a dozen times over. But to start off counting the calculation for in-game, I think puzzles are just going to be the simplest and fastest. And to get those and get good ones, probably a book. Just buy a nice in-game book and go through it. Maybe a chapter a day or a couple puzzles a day. Go through it in a month. Do it 3 times. Do the entire book 3 times. Have I not streamed in 23 days? Man. I am slacking on the streaming. Hello, Polly Poo Poo. Polly Pew Pew. Wait, do you have a game for us to look at? I am happy to do game reviews today. We are doing game reviews on Explore Baduk in dark mode. I don't know if you can tell, but it's dark mode. Recently released. I think I like dark mode a lot more than light mode. I know most people swear by dark mode, right? I have found one good reason to play in light mode, at the very least one. I wonder if you guys can guess what it is. What do you think is the one time that you can use light mode? One good reason. Masochism. No, so it's when you're doing something you're not supposed to do, which is program in a car. When you're doing work in the car, the sunlight glares on the screen, so it's a lot harder to read the text on dark mode than it is on light mode. So you need to make it brighter on light mode, so when you're in the car or in the sunshine or whatever, it's easier to see. Me eye counting? What? What is me eye counting? I just count black, count white, and add them up. I mean, you're probably not supposed to be on a computer in the car anyway. Yeah. Light mode is good if you're in a very, very bright environment. Otherwise, dark mode. Dark mode is where it's at. The sun. The sun requires light mode. Yeah, we're checking out the dark mode, and we were also checking out the AI. Fractions of points. Yeah, you gotta get into fractions of points. I'm sorry. Like a co is a half point. Co is a half point. Co-thread is like a quarter point. What is a co-thread like? Is it a quarter point or is it 0.1 points? I forget. The co-thread is like a fraction of a point. A co is half a point. I have a window right here, actually, that's making the right side of this monitor a little difficult to read. But if I just turn this way, it's easier. So I've been rocking back and forth, and like some of it's readable, some of it's not readable. But no, I can. If I open the blinds, I would have to go to light mode. But because my blinds are shut, I'm fine. It looks a lot like Discord. I wonder if these are Discord colors. They picked a really nice dark mode colors. I quite like it. Oh, they have a feed. Like Twitter or Facebook. Oh yeah, I think I've seen this. I've shared a game before on here. Go right to it features rich and blazing responsive SGF editor. I couldn't get go right to work. What is this? Oh, what the heck? Better if Semego the woodpecker method. I recall reading this, but I forgot what it was. I've heard this before, the woodpecker method. That wasn't about Go, though, right? The woodpecker method isn't about Go? Am I correct? Leela Zero's opening gospel. Oh man, that is dated, though. Oh no. Oh no. Why is it the latest comment? If you have packet loss, you can play AAA MMORPGs on high settings without feeling much lag, but you can't play Go on Explore Baduk. Oh, that's unfortunate. But AAA games and MMORPGs are built by thousands of people, and Explore Baduk is built by one people. Oh man, they are just lighting up Explore Baduk on here. Yeah, it was 6 months ago. You probably should like post things on here to bury it. Because also it says 6 months ago, so that means it hasn't been active for 6 months, so no one's gonna bother. I think maybe post something once a week on here for funsies, just to kind of bury this. It doesn't look good. Since you're here, I'm actually wondering, do you have plans for a graph? Because I would like to see a graph of the overall game. Also, I don't know if you noticed or know this, but OGS released a feature that I asked for months ago, and I'm quite happy about it. So your competition released a new thing. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna go to the scene. Yeah. Okay, so when the game finishes, or when I upload, honestly, when I upload a game, because there's not enough games being played on there at the moment, but I would like to see a graph, and the graph doesn't have to be a like super in-depth perfect score. Just give me likely what the score is, and then like if it's played on Explore Baduk, maybe you get a more accurate in-depth analysis or something. But yeah, I would like to just do a score estimate on each turn and just get the graph for each move. I don't think that should be too difficult if you already have the analysis up and working. I don't know this. I can't do it myself, but the theory is it's easy enough to do. Once you have the numbers, it's just a matter of drawing the graph, right? And just getting the numbers is the hard part. But look at this. I finally got them to release this to everyone. Not quite sure what I'm looking at though. But it's a bunch of extra additional information that I already knew that they had, and I'm like, why is this not being shown to everyone? The graph is free for everyone. Now, the in-depth review is not. Is the table free for everyone? The table might be free for everyone. I don't know. But the graph is free for everyone, so it shouldn't be expensive. Just do a very fast analysis. Like, I would run some tests. Like, you don't need an accurate graph. You just need, like, a graph that shows the overall picture of the game. Yeah, that's what I would do, because everyone kind of expects a graph now. Because all the, honestly, even Fox, I uploaded to AI Sensei or OGS for the graph. AI Sensei and OGS both have graphs in the AI reviews. But yeah, so I like this, but it can be done better. So if you want to do something better, let's go to chess.com. This is what I was trying to do on Samego Dragon, but I had to focus on the Go problems. I couldn't get to the game review features that I wanted to get to. And I don't know if Mega Dragon will ever get there. But let's go to my games. Review. I think
there are some great moves to review in an otherwise tough game.
Don't do that.
Let's take a look.
Don't just have it talk to me when I didn't ask for it to talk to me. That scared the crap out of me. Don't do that feature. Don't talk to me if I didn't ask you to talk to me. Freaked me out. Basically, take this information that that OGS has right here and make it pretty. Like this. Brilliant moves. And if I click on it, it should show me which moves are the brilliant ones, right?
This is the only move that works.
Yeah, it takes me to the move.
This is a fair trade. There are some great moves to review.
So I actually don't like how I did that.
Let's take a look.
When I did it, I had it to where if you clicked this number or clicked a drop-down arrow, it would show the move number underneath this row. So when I clicked expand on this row, it would show the move numbers under the thing, and you could click on the move number and it would take you to that move. Yeah. So I had AI and AI plus, which is better than AI basically, where you raise the score even though it wasn't the highest percentage move, you raise the score move. Summary feature. Let me check. Study advisor. Yeah, this one. Oh, couldn't find any patterns in my games. Probably because it wasn't 19 by 19. Review. Yes. Okay, let me go to a 19 by 19 game. I have one. Oh, hey, how come this doesn't show up on every single? Oh, that's guessing. I would like that to show up in the game review. Okay, review. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's a branch. Okay, that makes sense. Enable sound, pass counting information. How do I get to it again? You need the game to be AI reviewed. Review. Study advisor. Okay. The bigger the corner, the more weaknesses. Yeah. This is where it recommends things to study from this game. Info, review. Mark positions game beneath high coordinates, enable sound. I think you mean the study advisor. Right? The study advisor? This is the study advisor gives you lectures to watch, but it doesn't let you self-analyze. Unless you're talking about something else. Oh, crap. I have no idea what you're talking about then. Hold on. How do I get an AI analysis then? See, I want to click review and have all the information so I can analyze it. I like that I can just click this button down here and get move suggestions now, though. Like, this is like a really nice button to have. The AI position analysis. Yeah, it's a really nice button to have. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I think it should be blue, not purple. In my opinion. Because all the other softwares use blue. And they call it the blue move. Game demo. Yeah, this is what I mean. The graph. You should be able to toggle between points and percentage, though. Because you want percentage in the opening and points for the rest of the game, because it's going to be 1% or whatever at the rest of the game. And then underneath this, it would be fantastic to have this section underneath it. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I would like to be able to upload a game, see the graph. I don't need all the branches. The branches I'll get if I ask for it, right? If I ask for the branches, I'll get the branches. Or if I do a deep dive analysis, I'll get the branches, right? But for just a game I upload, if I don't click deep analysis, I just want the graph, and then I'll click this button if I want more information. Can't go from the move to the graph by clicking. Oh, no, you can't. That is an OGS feature. Can you do that on AI Sensei, though? Okay. Yes. Okay, so then that is an expected feature for users because 2 other sites do it. The 2 sites that use graphs do it. Whereas if you click on it, it'll scroll to the move. And then you want to switch between points and win percentage. And AI Sensei has a really, really nice... go to a different game. Yeah, this. This is really good. In fact, I can come down here and see all the mistakes. That's really good. But this is better. This is more compact. And then I can click on the good moves and I can click on the bad moves. And also I can see my overall information like OGS has here, my overall information right here. I don't know. I just think both of these systems can be improved. Like if you learn from all 3 of these, I think put all of them into this game review can be improved. You go to your previous game on the right side, there were 3 reviews shown. Okay, go to my profile, games, previous game. Oh, there's a AI review button. Got it. Maybe name that AI analysis. That way they're not both the same word. One's review and the other one's review. Because maybe it's bot review, I guess. I don't know. In my opinion, I would just make it a different word. Maybe AI analysis. Or bot analysis or something, or analysis. Review, analysis. If I click review, okay, I'll be notified when it's ready. What I would like to happen is if it redirected me immediately to the review and it would just load the graph when it was done, or if it had a spinning circle saying I'm currently analyzing this game, and when it's done, it'll show the information. That is the flow that I would like to have. Okay, I'm waiting for the notification though. The notification that that it's done analyzing. Your game has been analyzed. Click here to review the analysis. Oh, I thought that would be in here. Maybe put it in both. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. The graph. The graph is important. Summary. Game move summary. Oh, nice. Little big. And not clickable. Maybe have like a go-between. So like maybe have it look like this, like the AI senseis. When I click this drop down, and then when I click move 13, then it shows me the moves. So like instead of it just showing me all of them, it'll show move 13. So I click move 13 and it'll be like, here's the moves. And then when I click these, maybe scroll to that on the, maybe close this pop-up if I click these and scroll to that. I don't know. I'm just an annoying user that's always wanting more. I always want more. Even on OGS, I'm like, yay, they got the feature that I asked for. I would like it to be better, more like this, more color-coded and exciting and clickable. I still don't know what I'm looking at. Black, excellent, 47. 47 moves. Oh, and then you can click the move. Nice. Yeah. That makes sense. Percentage, 37.9%. Okay. A little colored icon would be nice. But I understand what I'm looking at now. You click the drop down and you can click on the moves that are blunders. So this move was a blunder. Move 121. Is it black or white? 121. Okay, 6.6. Average score loss per move, median score loss, strong move rate, 63%, 67%. Does say blunder move black? You're right. That was a dumb question. In hindsight, very dumb question. I like this feature. Oh, and you can set the delta manually? So if I go excellent is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that remember it for my other games too, though? It does. I can set my own deltas. Reset it. That's cool. It's very customizable, but it doesn't look as pretty. Which is, I think, one of the OGS's biggest problems is it's very customizable, but it's not pretty. It's passable, but AI Sensei's pretty. Now you gotta have both. I think if you can combine both. Let's talk strategies, though. Let's talk strategies. All right, so realistically, people aren't playing on Explore Baduk because there's no one to play. Okay, it's elephant in the room, gotta address it. Blah blah blah. Yeah, OGS looks like a coder made it. Exactly. Go Magic and AI Sensei are much prettier, but OGS has a lot of not very well documented API that I finally figured out how to get access to, and I love grabbing all the stuff from OGS and being able to manually manipulate it. I loved being able to do that. It just was a nightmare to figure out. Yeah. You need OGS and AI Sensei, and you need to fuse them together. Now, obviously, we're not going to get players right off the bat. So what makes people use it? We have the news. The news, people read stuff all the time. That's nice. Maybe notifications. I know they're working on an app, so give me a notification about the latest articles, as long as I'm not getting notifications daily. Then we could start with we have the bots. I can play a bot probably on my computer or on my phone. On the phone, I'm going to be playing the bot a lot. Like on GoQuest, I'll just open up a game like while sitting in the car or something, or waiting for the meal to get delivered at a restaurant. I'll just open up GoQuest and play a quick game. So we have the bots. Dark mode looks good. When I analyze games, I put the extra effort into upload it to my favorite analysis tools. So if the analysis tools on Explore Baduk are better than they are at other places, then I'm going to upload my games to Explore Baduk regardless of where I played them. That's what I do for AI Sensei a lot, is I will look at a quick analysis on the OGS graph or whatever, and when I want more in-depth analysis, I will open up in a new tab AI Sensei and upload my game to it. So it should be easy to upload games. AI Sensei, I can just copy the OGS URL. So if I want to go to demo board, honestly, this should not be demo board. Create demo or upload SGF. It should be like review or something, because it's one is a demo and the other one's upload SGF. A demo is not an SGF, because review and demo are not the same thing. A demo is like empty SGF and a review is reviewing a SGF. So I think it should be called something else. Yeah, and then I want to be able to like create demo, upload SGF, or maybe have an input field for OGS URL, or copy or paste SGF text. I'll show you what AI Sensei add game. Select file, drag and drop upload file, paste game link or text, and it translates it for me. So if it's a SGF file text and I copy it, it knows it's SGF. Yeah, so that I want it to be easy to. Also, I want a list of my previous reviews. Like, how do I go to my previous reviews that I reviewed? My profile. Like on the right, to have like a list of previous analyzed games. Demos. There we go. Yeah, you don't need the. Maybe you don't need the Go board. Maybe you do need to go board. I don't know. But I want to see like. When I click demo, I can get my buttons, and on the right or the left, maybe on mobile it'll be different, but on desktop on the right or the left, I would like to see my previous reviews. Or if I scroll down, I can see my previous reviews. Like maybe right here I have the section, and then underneath it I scroll down and I see this. Anyway, if it has the review tools for me, I'm willing to put in the extra effort to upload it to something. Like I'll upload it, and AI Sensei automatically starts the analysis, but it's paid. I don't know if you want to do that since yours is not paid at the moment. But maybe you could do a low-level analysis. But at the same time, people don't like low-level analysis because they're just going to go somewhere where they get the high-level analysis, even if they have to pay for it. So it needs to be convenient, it needs to be visually appealing, and it needs to be informative. Oh my gosh, playing AI from specific positions is... I had that on Smega Dragon, and I'm the only one who's thought of it, I think. Or the only one who can do it, but like I can't... It's hidden. It's a hidden feature now because... Smega Dragon has to be just puzzles. I kept getting feature creep. I'm sorry, there's so many things I wanted to do with it, but I kept getting feature creep. But one of the things was play, and then you can click custom... I wonder if I still have it actually. smegadragon.com/version-test/play-ods. Is that what it is? But either way, I could just click on the starting position and it'll start a game with that position. Aw, dang it. It redirected me. So I would click on play, click on custom, and it would do a pop-up of positions that I could choose from. I would click it and it would start a game against the AI with that position. Or I was gonna add customize, so you can customize the position. So you customize the starting position, and then you start against the AI with whatever position. Hello, PW, welcome back. Oh, I'm back. Hey, I'm sorry. It's nice to see you again, is what I'm trying to say. What? No, yeah, you can only do a certain amount of times. That's dumb. I want to play it as many times as I can. Don't give me a daily limit on AI. I'll just open COD train and do it myself. But that's something that I think is missing. Yeah. Basically, I think make it pretty, which Explore Baduk is much prettier than OGS. OGS and AI Sensei both have strong points and weak points. You need to grab all their strong points and then polish their weak points and put them together. Because I think you need the review tools of AI Sensei so people don't leave your site to go to AI Sensei to review their game. And then you want people to use your review tools. Basically, everything that you can do by yourself needs to be doable on Explore Baduk. Something that you don't need someone else for. So single player. Practice against the bot, which I really want there to be a 19x19 bot, but maybe that's too expensive. I don't know. I don't know if a 19x19 bot is too expensive. I would like a 19x19 bot. Also, beginner bots, man. You gotta have beginner bots. This is something I think Color Go server is such an amazing Go server that no one uses. This is my favorite Go server. But there's no one uses it, and he stopped developing with it. But this is literally my favorite Go server. Have you guys played on Color Go server? Hello, Rikiki. Color Go server is an amazing project that unfortunately crashed due to having a failed launch day because of lag, like heavy lag. And then people stopped playing on it. Basically the same problem Explore Baduk has. This one is very pretty. It does not have review tools. It does not have AI, though. It has beginner AI, though. It has single-digit QAs that you can play against. I highly encourage more bots, at weaker bots. I think you don't need the 9-Don bot. It would be nice to have, but it's probably expensive to run it. I don't know. I don't know anything about the bots, but as a user, most people, like 90% of people, are weaker than 3-Don. That means they cannot even play and win against the bots. You need some single-digit Q bots. Now, not only is Color Go server really pretty, but when you play it, it is visually appealing. Also, look at that. It's so cool. All right, let me go to default settings. You could turn these off, which is what I did. But for beginners, this is so much more exciting, okay? This is so much less boring for beginners. You can currently run as many bots as you want. That would be cool. But also, if the list is like confusing to read, that would be a problem as well, right? I have an idea for the bots. Let me just finish this up. This was mine and my wife's favorite server. Like, My wife wanted to play on this one more than she wanted to play on OGS. She just couldn't because there's no one to play. Did I win? I lost by 4.5 points. I'm so bad at 9x9s. But then you go to review, and it automatically puts you in the review, which is nice. I will say though, the review tools doesn't have AI stuff. You can ask a review, blah, blah, blah. It's my favorite server, but no one's ever on it, so it's so sad. Yeah, so if we go back to our handydandychess.com, which I analyze its features a lot, and we go away, play. Now, when you click play bots, you have characters. They have Halloween characters. That's so cool. Characters is so freaking useful and important in my opinion. Okay, you gotta have characters. The bots need to not just be bots. They need to be characters you can play. Smego Dragon doesn't. I had to turn the stupid thing off because the bots kept dying on OGS. But I had this on Smego Dragon where you could play the bots, and each bot was like their own character, and people would work up through the characters to play them until they beat all the bot characters. They would have a trophy next to it. When they beat the bot, they would get a trophy next to the name saying they have beaten this bot before. So I think there needs to be weaker bots that are beatable. No one wants to play a bot and lose over and over. And they need to be characters. They need to be cool, unique, something. I don't know. Can't just be called bot. Bots are boring. But Frank, beat the crap out of Frank all day long, man. Yeah, just give him personality. Yeah, if you want another study case of what looks good or something and get inspiration from, I love this server, and I'm so sad it doesn't get played on. I opened this tab 3 times on the wrong one. Yeah, make the bots have personality, man. Personality bots. Don't make it so like OGS boring bots. Also, they need to work. They need to work. So when I click on play and click on play computer and I click the bot, it needs to freaking work. The bot needs to work. So you're gonna host the bot. It needs to work. Oh man. I actually had to turn bots off of Smego Dragon because some of the bots just wouldn't work sometimes, and they thought it was Smego Dragon's fault. And I'm like, no, it's the freaking person who's running the bot's fault. It was working when I tested it, and now it's not working because they turned it off for some reason, or who knows what. Also, I don't know how they do this, but some bots have styles. I don't know if you can do that or not. That's like something I wanted to look into doing for a while back, was styles for bots. Like different personality bots have different styles. All right, let's look at what we got. Dear goodness. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just do everything that I'm telling you to do in a week. Okay? Not a problem. It's easy to do, right? Computer science is not time consuming at all. Just get it all done in a week. Every time I mention a feature, I want it next week, man. Next week. Every feature that I mention. I really think Color Go Server is an amazing study case of here's what you want the server to look like, but why doesn't it succeed? Why is it not successful? Why does it not have people on it? If you can figure that out, like how do people gather? There you go. That's what you need for a sport video. People need to gather, but I don't know the answer. Hello, Vexel. How are you? I've seen you stream a lot, but I haven't watched a lot. But hope you are doing well. Ads ended. All right, let's go. You're black. I clicked the wrong button. I forgot that you did this for a second. I'm just going to assume everything's correct. This is what it was getting so annoying for me, is trying to remember all this stuff. Mistake! 3.5 points worse. The AI move. What is the AI move? Is it just Hane? The AI move's here? He got banned immediately. So he got botted, is what you're saying. That's funny. You said that one I reviewed was. Oh. Oh, he's botting on Explore Baduk. You don't want that. I've reviewed several of his games. What the heck? Maybe I just reviewed it twice. Hey, you know, that's a great player to test your admin feedback on. If he's botting, like use him as like a test subject and see if your alerts are working for moderation. So you're showing me a game that you got botted in. Where have I been? I have been IRL. Why not fight? Is fight bad? I guess fight is bad. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, you know more about the Joseki than I do, and then your opponent's a bot, so I can't criticize any of White's moves, and you're just not botting your opponent. That's where you're losing. Maybe here. Give the bot advice. Yeah, I mean, this is one thing I hate with reviewing with AI is if this move doesn't exist, it's gonna always tell you to do that move for forever. Okay, now what does it tell me to do? Invade, huh? My move isn't even considered, man. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, but I'm getting control of the center. Come on. Okay, we can look at it. Okay, let's download this game. Demo, upload. Oh. Okay, well, first let's see what the... Huh. That would be hard to do, though, Jessrack. That would require, like, someone who's put... that would require, like, hundreds of hours of effort of just explaining AI analysis to players. Like, just focusing on that one subject. Not Go server, not Go client, not Go graphics, nothing of that. Just focusing on translating the AI SGF file to human speech would be hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours. Yeah, this one is hard to spot that it's cheating. Yeah, but I feel like that's deceptively. I feel like that's going to be a deceptively true. In other words, it sounds like it should be true, but I feel like it's not going to be. I bet it's going to be more complex than that. I don't think you. What? Oh, you don't need this move. This move actually might get you killed. No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, you don't need that move at all. Maybe here? As a move? Oh, it says make life. Your move's green. Okay, what am I missing? Oh. Got it. Got it. I didn't see this move. You gotta admit, it's an easy blind spot. I'm not gonna lie. It's an easy miss. I could see myself missing this. Really shouldn't be missing it, but that's a move I can understand people missing. I might have missed that. I don't know. I would have to be paying attention. Yeah, but to be fair, there's a difference between me just clicking through moves and me actually playing the game. I wonder if I would have missed it playing the game. I don't know, but it's really just sneaky little move. That's really funny. Yeah, if you're gonna play though, why take away your own point instead of expanding your points? That doesn't make sense. If you're gonna make an eye, then get points. Don't just. So I'm not sure why you played this one. I don't know if it's for eyes. Connections are typically better. Hi, Cat. What do you want? R11. No, I don't think so. But my first instinct is to go here. But I'm assuming this ladder worked for white, right? It doesn't feel like it's a good exchange. Maybe just Tanuki. Or maybe here. I don't know. I don't know. This doesn't feel good though. I agree. This just doesn't feel good. I have an AI tool. Let's just ask AI. AI tool. No, you're right. You're right. It says you're right. What is the 99.2, 99.1? Is there like a breakdown of what these are? Kiki. Win percentage. Oh, that makes sense. It's not the change in points, it's the win percentage. Hello, Coco. So the bottom number is the points and the top number is percentage for black. And then for white, it's 1.8%, negative 12.1. Gotcha. It's what the score is, not what the... No. Cat's name is Gandalf. Gandalf the Grey. She's not home yet to feed... Oh, she is home. That's why he's meowing. He's about to walk in the door. My wife is home. I mean, I guess you're right. I didn't comment on it because I'm like, I can't find a better move. It felt wrong, but I couldn't find a better move, so I didn't comment on it. This feels bad, though. Like, this feels like you're attacking yourself. Maybe attack white. On the one hand, I like this AI button. On the other hand, I feel like every time I have a question, I'm just going to click it. This makes a lot of sense. This makes so much sense. Oh my gosh. Because you attach things to gain strength. So you're helping your weak group in Sente. Unrelated, but played a Fox game. Thought of me. No. 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 I hope you were white. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, don't attack your own group though. You have to respect the group's weak. You like your tiger spots a lot. Sure. Black is actually in quite a difficult position now. Black has 2 weak groups on the board. Yeah, your big mistake was Ichinuki to weak group. That was some nice reading, I think. Yeah, this is really good reading here. Yeah, 100 go from 100 ladder problems doesn't work. What an odd game. This game's very odd. Why does this game feel so odd? I can't put my finger on it. Something feels really off. Okay. Your reading's fine. You're playing a lot of moves in the center for your end game. Oops. Whoops. 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 That was Sente. Oopsie daisy. GG. This is a wasted move. That's a co-threat. I guess it's a double co-threat, so maybe it's fine. Really? Yeah, okay. I can tell that you're a 1Q. Like, your game's pretty solid. Okay, now you're desperate. Or whatever. Hello, Maiden Shine. Yeah, the big thing is you didn't see your cutting point in the center. Most of the game was pretty solid. I think strategy-wise, you ignored a weak group. Don't ignore weak groups. So is he legit? Oh, I can't really tell. I usually use data to tell. The game is very odd though. Like, I would believe you if you said it was AI that played white. I don't know. I don't think he was I don't think he was using AI every single move. Not like top level AI every single move. So I mean, he could get banned for cheating in other games though. It doesn't necessarily mean he cheated in yours. He also might have cheated only on some moves and not all the moves. Yeah, getting to Fort on an OGS is suspicious. I will say this does give me the same feeling when I play the AI in handicap, is that all of a sudden I'm losing. So I could believe you if you said white was AI. But can I say that white is AI from just looking at this game? No, I can't. I can't say for certain that. It's a very odd game though. How do I describe odd? I don't know how to describe it. There wasn't a lot of fighting, yet you fell behind. He didn't attack you a lot, but somehow you still fell behind. So like I said, I can't say that this is a bot, but I wouldn't be surprised if you told me it was a bot. I would have to go like analyze a bunch of his games or whatever. I would analyze several games. I would use OGS and AI Sensei's analysis tools, get the percentage of mistakes. Yeah. And even then, you can only get like a 90% accuracy. You can never know for 100% someone's cheating unless they're literally copying every single move. So that's why you need to gather like evidence. So it takes more than just one game usually. If someone cheats in just one game, we don't have the technology to detect that yet. versus chess where they're like, if you copy the AI move for move, it'll ban you within like 20, 30 moves. It'll just know you're cheating and then just ban you automatically. It just knows when you're cheating. Yeah, getting exposure to different styles can still be pretty good. All right, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. It was nice talking to you guys, nice reviewing a couple games. We showed off Explore Baduk features, gave a lot of feedback. And if you guys have feedback for Explore Baduk, be sure to check it out and maybe let them know. Yeah, check it out if you haven't already. It's a up and coming Go server. I think it's really pretty. But we'll see how it grows. And it's thanks to them that I could teach today. Otherwise, I would be out working. So thank you for Explore Baduk. And with that, I'm off to go eat dinner. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys when I see you. Till next time, bye-bye.